CEO of the WEF, Mr. Borge Brande. Ladies and gentlemen, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Salve, Om Swastiastu. Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here in Davos at a time of great uncertainty, a time when wars continue to break out, a time when trust between nations, between institutions, between peoples is fragile. History teaches us peace and stability are our most valuable assets. Peace and stability are the ultimate prerequisites for growth and prosperity. There will be no prosperity without peace. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, the IMF recently described Indonesia as, I quote, a global bright spot with strong economic growth amid a challenging external environment. While the world had faced tightening financial conditions, trade tensions, and political uncertainty, Indonesia continues to grow. Indonesia's economy grew by more than 5% every year over the last decade. And I'm confident that this year our growth will be higher. Our inflation remains at around 2%. Our government deficit is now kept below 3% of our GDP. International institutions did not praise us because of unfounded optimism. They did so because of evidence. They recognize that Indonesia's economy is resilient. Our policies have been and will always be well calibrated. Peace and stability in Indonesia over the years did not happen by chance. Peace and stability in my country did not happen by luck. It happened because we, Indonesia, have and will always continue to choose unity over fragmentation, friendship and collaboration over confrontation. This is why I'm convinced that our growth will reach impressive numbers. Our social policies must expand productivity and produce growth. Today, 70 million Indonesians receive free medical checkup, and they will receive free medical checkup once a year for the rest of their lives. And this will increase to all the children and the adults of Indonesia. We are providing free medical checkup to all citizens of Indonesia. This is not a populist program. This is a rational program to save money. By detecting illness, disease at an early stage, we will save much more in the long term in treatment. This actually is a productivity improvement program. My experts say that in the long run, we will save many, many billions of US dollars. Last year, for instance, we renovated 16,140 schools. We equipped 288,000 schools, each with one 75-inch flat panels as part of our digitalization of our education program. Must be given equal opportunity. And that's why I've already built 166, and I will build total 500 of these boarding schools. And another 500 not boarding schools, but centers of excellence to boost the other children who are brighter. Also, I've started 20 new boarding schools for the academically gifted. I'm also building 10 new universities, and I'm discussing and negotiating with the best universities of Europe, United Kingdom, and North America to twin them and to produce universities and campus of international standard. In addition, we are now in the process of building 83,000 cooperatives with 83,000 warehouses, 83,000 cold storage, 83,000 mini markets, 83,000 village drugstores selling generic medicine, and all subsidized goods direct to the villagers without intervention from too many middlemen. In my first year of administration, we have already confiscated 4 million hectares of illegal plantations and illegal mines. It is amazing. I call this not free enterprise. I call this not a free market. I called it openly greedonomics, the economics of greed, the economics of rapacious practices. Maybe in many of your countries there was a period like this, a period of the robber barons. I have confiscated 4 million hectares, but 2 days ago I led a cabinet meeting by Zoom from London, and we decided to confiscate or to revoke the licenses of 28 corporations which had licenses over 1.01 million hectares. I revoked. If you want to be leader of the country, you must work so that the poor and the weak can smile and can laugh. Very simple. What does that mean? If the poor, the weak, can smile and can laugh, that means they have hope. That means they see a future. That means their livelihood is being improved. So that is my mission now, to make the poorest of Indonesians, the weakest of Indonesians, smile. I think part of this is we must combat corruption, manipulation, malfeasance. Ladies and gentlemen, a few days ago, I was surprised myself. Gallup poll and Harvard University found that a research survey of hundreds of countries found that the Indonesian people is the most happiest people. To be flamboyant, to be bragging, we believe in evidence-based action. In fact, I was invited to speak last year here, and I declined. Why? Because had I come last year, I would have only been leading my administration only for 2 months. So what will I be able to say? I will only be able to talk to give platitudes. Three quarters see, we are very concerned about the future of our ocean. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. May you go in peace with the blessing of the Almighty God. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Salve, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. May peace be upon us all. Thank you.
Very incredible man of Indonesia.
On the archipelago, from the heart of New Santara, a strong voice speaks to the world where the winds of conflict blow. He stands for the silent, the poor,